when they are atheists, they should stay out of the temple administration and management. A temple is not just a dwelling place of the deity. It is the deity who is ruling the place. They think that Dwarapalaka idol is just another idol. It's not so. Actually, it is an injustice we are doing to the future generation. Dwarapalakas, they are actually, Palanam means guarding. They have a very significant role, not only in Sabarimala, in any temple. Because many, without proper knowledge of the temple, they think that Dwarapalaka idol is just another idol, just like a pillar or something like that, which is kept for some ornamental purpose. It's not so. Dwarapalakas, they are actually guarding the sanctum sanctorum. They are not just ornamental, they are offered worship. They are given special pujas, or they are given special balis, either daily or during the temple festival. So according to the Kshetra Vastu or Tantra Shastra or Temple Agama or Deva Prashnam, for that matter in Kerala, which is actually prevalent to know the opinion of the deity, if something is problematic in relation to Dwarapalaka, which actually indicates a threat to the security of the temple. Here, the threat actually means not only the physical security, but also to the spiritual traditions or the sampradaya or the pujas. Seeing the current news, when there is something problematic with the gold, which is the gold plating or gold covering of Dwarapalakas, which indicates that there is a breach of security or there is a breach of the sampradaya or tradition, which is indicated by this scenario. Temple offerings by so many kings, so many time period. Generally, what is the practice is epigraphically, and we have inscription recording the offering by the kings. For example, let us take Tirumala Tirupati temple. We have offerings by kings like Krishnadevaraya. If we take in Tamil Nadu, there are temples like Srirangam where we have jewels offered by even Pandya kings. All these are inscriptionally very much recorded, and the records are very well maintained, and these jewels are still intact, and it is adorned to the deity. Because of that record, these jewelries are very well safeguarded, and we have jewels which is more than 500 or even 1000 years old jewelry there, and it is very much used for the deity. In Sabarimala temple, the main reason it is being inside the forest, from the records or from the textbooks or from the religious scriptures, we have so many information that so many kings have offered jewelries. For instance, Kottarathil Shangundi in his book Aidihamala talks about an incident that the then Pandala Raja, maybe somewhere around 300-350 years ago, offering a diamond crown to Bhagavan. Whether all these things are available today, we don't have any record. But at least after the Indian independence, so many devotees are offering so many gold, silver, and other jewels and puja materials to Bhagavan. But when the offerings of the king of Esther era are being very well maintained, now in this modern era, when you have so many equipments and so many technologies, it is very surprising that there is a very big lapse in the system and still the data is not clear. And leaving about the jewelry and other part, even the kavacham of Dwarapalakas which are outside, and when we are not able to get a clear picture of what is happening, it is really very surprising and very shocking. We cannot see this as an isolated case. This is unfortunately, this is the case in most of the temples, not only in Kerala, but throughout the country. I'm very sorry to say this, but the interference of government body turns the temple slowly to that of a typical government working structure. A temple is not just a dwelling place of the deity, is not just a place of worship. It is the deity who is ruling the place, and it is considered to be his house. And even as per the law, the administration which is taking care of the temple can accept donations, can accept properties, can accept other things on behalf of the deities, but they don't have any right to sell the property or gold or the assets of the deity, because as per law, the deity is considered to be a minor, and all the trustees or board members or the officials who are taking care, they are only caretakers. They cannot sell the property or they cannot manipulate the property of the deity. Though everybody says the temple body is a different structure, or the temple this board is a different structure, unfortunately, throughout the country, throughout India, some political influence is there, and the politically motivated people are appointed in the board, and even the staff members are considered to be government employees. So the entire structure works typically in the government office style. So because of the lack of security, there are issues in documentation. Because of the lack of this attitude, there is issue in safeguarding the ornaments of the deity or the gold or the other silver utensils of the deity. Even there are issues in safeguarding the properties of the deity. Many properties of the deities of many temples. We have thousands and acres of land which is being given for lease or given for rent. But it is the actual amount which has to be realized is no way connected to the current market rate. Let us come to Sabarimala. Even in 1950, people conveniently call it as a fire accident, but it was a pre-planned operation, I would say that way. It was an attack on the temple. Even that happened only because of the lack of security. So Sabarimala temple is targeted. Not only today, it is for at least for the past 70-75 years. So many attacks are being happening legally, directly and indirectly to tarnish the image of the temple. So this is not an isolated case. This is the prevalent case in most of the temples. Unfortunately, Sabarimala is prone to this again and again. When the High Court itself says it is a systematic flaw, even the contemporary jewelries are not properly safeguarded or properly documented. So from historical point of view, just imagine if this is going to be the scenario, this is going to be the approach towards even precious jewelries or metals, what importance will be there for inscriptions or manuscripts or texts? Krishnadevaraya offering a precious stone-studded makuta to Lord Srinivasa of Tirumala. It is not just a record or document just about the jewelry. It talks so many things, not only during the contemporary time, but even in future. When we read that now, it gives you a lot of interesting information regarding the historical scenario and the political scenario. So many informations you are able to infer today. When there is a lack in these documentation, we are definitely missing so many innumerable details. Or actually, it is an injustice we are doing to the future generation. See the Kovilurgu text of Srirangam or the Madilagam text of Trivandrum. It is giving so much valuable information. It's a treasure trove today. Even minute details are recorded there. So what we are going to document today is going to be the history tomorrow. Unfortunately, when that is not done, so many false claims and so many other cooked up stories come tomorrow. Fortunately, we are lucky enough that the Thiruvabaranam is with the Pandalam royal family, so which is brought to the temple yearly once during the Makara Mahotsavam, and Bhagavan is decorated with the Thiruvabaranam, and it is taken back to the Pandalam royal palace, and that is the reason it is still safe. Just imagine the situation when even the Kavacham, which is adorning the Dwarapalakas, is not properly documented. Just it is very surprising, or it is very worrying that what all information we are missing. incidents like this will definitely give a lack of trust among the public. They are having a very big dissatisfaction. Coming to the heritage part later, even for a normal Hindu devotee, when he goes to the temple or if he wants to offer something, now he is having a basic doubt that will it reach the Devata? The very purpose of me offering is to adorn the deity or decorate the Bhagavan or the Devata with that. If that is not going to happen, it is they give various reasons and take that to the safe custody or safety locker or something like that. And after some time, they say we are going to melt that and convert into gold bullion or gold reserves or something like that. That is not the purpose for which I have given. He having a second thought before donating. Anyway, anyhow, it is not going to reach the Devata. So why should I give to the temple? This is what is indirectly being inculcated in the minds of devotees. So this Dwarapalaka, as their duty is to safeguard the temple tradition. The lapse in the security system is indicated, and an attack on the traditional worship system or the sampradaya of the temple is being attacked, or a plan is being there to attack this sampradaya of the temple or the heritage or the traditional worship system of the temple is actually indicated by this incident. The administration should definitely have people who are having belief, number one. People who are having knowledge regarding the temple worship and the system which is governing the sampradaya of the temple. We cannot expect the court to always come inside the administration and give directions of what to do, what not to do. So what we are expecting, definitely a proper administration with the members or trust members or board members with proper knowledge, who are actually caring for the devotees and caring for the devata, caring for the sampradaya, and also taking utmost care to preserve the tradition and have a transparent administration. It is not a question of political thing, it is a question of ideology. When people who don't believe in God, when they are atheists, definitely they should stay out of the temple administration and management, because you are not believing a system called God or worship or anything for that matter. If people who are not believing in God, if they are going to come for temple administration, definitely this is what will happen. The spiritual leaders should form the committee, and who has a knowledge of what should be done and what should not be done, they should take care of the temples. If non-believers are going to be a part of the administration, definitely we'll be seeing only unfortunate events.